Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. Today's episode is brought to you by someone who asked me to make a video for them. I can't remember their gamer tag exactly, their in-game name. I think it's Shiki or Shiri, I cannot remember, please forgive me. But they asked for a top 5 spear video. Now, my interpretation of top 5 spear video is going to be different than other people's spear videos. We already have one viewer, that's awesome. So maybe they paid attention in the last video when I said we're going to make another video in like 5 minutes. So we're doing a spear video. Now, we've done a lot of spear videos on the channel. The reason for that being is because, you know, back before the 105 mags and stuff, people considered me like one of the best spear users. The only reason I'm not typically using spears now, I'm back. Okay, go ahead. But you know, back before the update, I had one of the best literature mags in the game. I was a really good spear user. People knew me for it. But now I'm not seen using spears very often. I'm seen using bow and twin sword. And the twin swords I use are the D3 cross, and the bow I use is the Galgos cross. And the reason for me using those weapons instead of spears is because I never got the Omen of Doom cross recipe from Satan. I'm going to pull up my bestiary here. Bestiary is where you check how many monsters you've killed. Or have killed while you're in the party. You know. So if we go to name... Oh, we have to go to name twice. Scroll down. Excuse my yawning. So if we go to Satan, I am at 1,235 Satan kills, and I've never gotten my spear cross recipe. Now I've gotten 9 cross recipes from him, but none of them were ever a spear. I've gotten 2 sword ones, 3 axe ones, no, 2 sword ones, 2 axe ones, 3 bow ones, and, you know, I got the 1 D3 cross recipe and the 1 Maximilian cross recipe. So, you know, all in all, I've never gotten Odachi, spear, or wand. Those are the only 3 cross recipes I've never gotten. And we tried to farm them yesterday on login for an hour with 200%. No one got across. So, you know, the main reason I'm not playing spears right now is because at the time being, cross was the strongest weapons. So like I have a Rose Maiden and a Genobuster, but Genobuster, you know, Genobuster is about 5,000 attack less than a cross, I assume. And Hyoutengou, the 105s, are 3,000 less powerful. Now some people are like, well, why don't you just make a star? And the reason for that question of why don't I just make a star is because if I have to make a star, I would not have enough raw materials to make a cross. That question there gets answered with the only way I'd make a star. Now sometimes I feel like I should just make a star, because most people who make stars actually end up getting their cross recipe right after, because the game's like, oh, they gave in, they made the star, okay, it's time. It's just like you tempt fate by making it, getting rid of your materials, and it's like, okay, they'll give you the recipe. Sometimes I think you just got to do that, get it over with, and just get the recipe. But it's all just post hoc, there's no real science to it. But if I did make a star, I'd make, you know, I don't know how I'd do it actually. Because, you know, it takes 8 normal weapons to make 1 star. And I only have 50 some Omens of Dooms. So, you know, if I ended up, you know, I divide that by 8, so, you know, it takes 48. So I would just have enough for a cross, and then I wouldn't have enough to naturally smelt up a, you know, a star without using artisan swords. And I don't really want to waste that many artisan swords on a star, to be honest. Now, it's a really good weapon. I'd love to have one. But I'm saving myself for cross, as a word, like save myself for marriage. I don't want to waste it now. So that's that answer. So I'm playing with the stronger weapon. I'll play with what I have more power with. So, you know, I was a bow user before I was spear, so now that I have bow mags and twin mags, I can go back and play those. So it was kind of refreshing for me to do the islands and Oshu with twin sword and bow. But for those who want the old Oro to come back with the spears, I'll let you guys know that we did some Sleet Sword. I'm only two drops away, 2 wings away from having a 110 Icefoot Guardian. And I've always wanted the Icefoot Guardian. Originally we thought we were going to just use the 115s, we're going to beat Hell, but no, Hell's too hard for us. You have to do the natural progression of get your 110 first, because those 110s are insanely powerful, especially for spear. The 110 spear Icefoot Guardian Frost, oh, it's fantastic. I can't wait to get it. And then eventually I'll get Rhymes, but there's a natural progression to it. So now that we got the backstory done about, you know, me and Spear and why we're not hanging out, Spear's coming back. So now we're going to make a video about the top 5 Spears. So we had a good 6-minute intro, let people come back. We got 3 people watching. That's great. And these videos are always going to be on, you know, YouTube, and they'll always be available. So let me just taunt. Ha 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 ha. So the spear, I'm holding a few different spears right now. I'm holding the Genobuster, the Vilafint, Icefoot Guardian, and Valga. So a lot of these have the potential to be really good spears. I've only gotten one. Now, if you can collect 7 Valgas, oh, look at me, I'm so pretty at this camera angle. I love this. If you can get 7 Valgas, you can fuse them up to make a Severance. You know, you smelt 1 to 30 and 2 to 20, and then you can make the Valga Severance, which is a very powerful spear, but it's only 108, and honestly, you're better off with a Gargoyle weapon. But, you know, I'm just talking general stuff. Let's actually get to the... I'm really bad for this. I'd love to just talk, you know, just no schedule, but, you know, I said we'd do a top 5. We're going to do a top 5. So I'm booting up the Wikipedia now. So, alright. So while that's going on... Oh, I have the wiki open. That's great. That's great. Let's look up... I don't know. Okay, cool. Okie doke. So obviously the best spears are going to be the highest level spears. You know, that's a given. Currently, the strongest spear we can get is... I can't tell you because this is a top 5 or top 10 video, whatever. So we have to start with the lowest and work our way up. You have a question? By all means, go Kusatsu, Katsuro. By all means, ask your question. I'm still pulling up my resources here. Actually, never mind. Oh, okay. Alright. Almost done getting things up. So then we have... almost there. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so it's not related to the videos, it's about dungeons. You know, if you got your question, by all means, just lay it on me. You know. I always like to assume the role of teacher, so please just ask me any questions you got. Because, you know. It's not related. Okay. So I'm gonna give you to like the next minute to ask this question, or else we're gonna start. Because, you know, things gotta be. Oh, I have a new mic, by the way. My other mic, it started echoing and it was weird. And okay, I'm currently 57. Where could I get some good XP? If you're 57, you could do Yakumo Temple till you're 60, 65, but at that point, like, if you're 58, I assume you're in either Kyoto or Sekigahara. The next big experience place you can do is going to be Secluded Forest in Kaga. However, in this game, power leveling is not so good. But yeah, power leveling is not the best. You know, it's good at first just to get up there, but right now you're going to want to focus on getting friendship items. Because if you just power level and don't get your friendships, you're going to have a bad time. You know, you're going to get stuck somewhere because you're going to need Susanoo to be level 8, and you're going to need Shizuka to be level like 6 or 10 at some point. Friendships are the most important, so if I were you, I'd stay somewhere where you can easily clear that dungeon and just farm it out till you amass a crap ton of friendship items. That's my honest opinion. But when you get to Kaga and you do Secluded Forest, you will get a crap ton of friendships until you are like level 90. So honestly, just get to Kaga, you know. Make sure you get your Susanoo to level 8. If you can get your Susanoo to level 8 and get your Shizuka to like level like 8 or 10 or something like that, by all means power level as much as you want. But in my opinion, just get to Kaga, you know, if you can, yeah, get to Kaga and just farm Secluded Forest till your friendships are really, really high. That's what I did, and it made the game a lot easier. So as for Ari over here, saying Trader, why spears do bows, and people like bows. No. You see, I like bows too, but I like Water Dragon Spear more than bows. You know, Water Dragon Spear made me go spear. I love spear. The problem is, I don't have good spears. And that's going to change in a couple days. So, you know, I play all three. So, that said, I know we're 13, 14 minutes in. Okay, I didn't know friendships. Yeah, friendships are the most important thing, Katsuro. Very, very important. Glad you asked that question. So, now that we're about 14 minutes in, we're going to get started with this list of the best top spears things. So, alright. So, honorable mention. The first honorable mention is... what am I talking about here? It's going to go to, you know, my first spear. I only went spear in Echigo. I had an Amano Hiboko, but I didn't really ever use it. My first spear, this is my Rose Maiden. This was the baby that, you know, this thing, I got to like floor 80 juncture with this back in the day when everyone wasn't so good. My Rose Maiden, I love it. So, Rose Maiden is the spear you get in Echigo. You know, you see, it's either this or Dragon Spear, and honestly, Dragon Spear is an honorable mention too, but ultimately, Dragon Spear is useless late game, and Rose Maiden will not hold up either, but they're very good weapons. You know, my Rose Maiden has, like, what, almost 6,000 attack? Back in the day, that was good. Now that's kind of trash. So, like, just to compare, the Rose Maiden at plus 100 has almost 6,000 attack. This Vilafint, which I picked up off the ground, has 6790, almost 7,000 attack. So obviously certain weapons are going to eclipse other weapons as you progress. But we're just doing a nice general outlook on it here. So Rose Maiden is, you know, it's going to be the spear that gets you through a lot of the game. You get it in Ichigo, it's a good spear. It's not a dragon spear, but it's very good. So Rose Maiden is like, you know, we're not on the list yet, but Rose Maiden is very awesome. I made about 17 Rose Maidens in my time, because it's all I really did. So then the next thing is, if we can go search by name, we get the Dragon Spear. So Dragon Spear is one of the most beautiful looking spears in the game. I'll actually put it on. So, Dragon Spear. Everyone loves this Dragon Spear. It looks so cool. The crafted weapons you make at level 18 Yoshitsune, Tiger Moth, and all that stuff. They look really cool. They had this golden, like, molten rock look on them. This was the Dragon Spear. You needed to beat Sodomine on Hell to get the recipe for it. Everyone who was a spear wanted one. It was a sign. It was like a symbol of I'm a spear user. You know, that's what it was all about. And back in the day, I told people, don't do Dragon Spear. When the update comes, we'll get a Predator Spear that'll be even stronger. No one really listened. I only made one just for the sake of having one. The only reason I smelted it up a little bit was because, you know, the update didn't come for 6 months. And I kind of regret it because I wasted some artisans on it. But it is a very beautiful looking spear. Some spear users might just want to build one just because it looks really nice. It is a very iconic spear in that regard. So, you know, you've got Rose Maiden, Dragon Spear. Now, I don't have this next one. I used to, but I don't anymore. The next spear we're going to bring up that's a very honorable mention is the Hermit Peach Spear. Hermit Peach Spear drops in Wara Bazooka and Ginza. And it's basically just a random... It's like a white spear. It's just a basic weapon. It's 3,000 base attack. So it's decent. But it's literally a spear that's like 3 times your character's body height. It is like the hugest spear ever. Does it have flavor text? Oh, it does. So yeah, for each weapon, I'm going to read their flavor text starting now. So the White Peach Spear says, living on a mountain peak that soars above the clouds, a hermit who left the world behind for thousands of years yet lives, and with his powers made these. Whether true or not, I have no way to verify this. So, you know, it is what it is. But it's literally like a spear that's like, yeah, it's like 5 times bigger than the person in this picture on the wiki. It's a really cool looking spear. You should walk around with it because it's fun, but I wouldn't recommend using it. That's why it's an honorable mention. So then the next thing. So the next spear that... Now this... Let me just double check to see if I have 10 actual things to look at here for a top 10. Just give me 1 sec, because I just clicked on all the best spears. We're going to see if there's actually like 10 things here. 1... Okay, we got 10. Alright, we can do this. So, no, these are going to come in like no specific order, more or less. But, you know, these are the top 5. This is my top 10 spears. Like, you know, these are the spears that I like and stuff like that. So, we have next the Genobuster. So, there it is, Genobuster. Now, the Genobuster is a very unique weapon. It was my weapon of choice for beating Satan early game. At first, I never wanted to make a Genobuster, but I'm really glad I did. The Genobuster is actually used to make the Brigandia, but I didn't know that at first. If I would have known that, I wouldn't have made it as like to 100, because you need to get this thing to 45, and it's a really big pain to make. But for those who have beat the game, they'll know that this is Oppenheimer's, beat Ichigo game at least. You know, they'll know this is Oppenheimer's spear. It's not a juncture weapon. It's not anything like that. It's literally a god's weapon. It is the Genobuster. The Genobuster, like if I go to equip here, just highlight over it. Genobuster will grind up to about 10,000 attack. It's really cool. Very powerful. For a level 92 weapon, I think it's the strongest level 92 weapon in the game, in my opinion. I'm not entirely sure, because axes are always obviously going to be stronger. But the Genobuster as a level 92 weapon that grinds to 10,000 is ridiculous. I asked my friends about their 103s, and some said that the 103 weapons only grind to 10,000, like when you smelt them all up. But the Genobuster, a level 92 weapon, it's got like 3,000 to 4,000 base attack, and it grinds up to, you know, it went up 6,000 attack, which is a lot. So it has 65 dark element, 32 slice, and it's got, you know, mine had wisdom on it. But the point being is that it's his Oppenheimer's spear. It's really awesome. For the first week I had it, people kept asking, where'd you get that axe? How'd you get that axe? And I'm like, this is a spear. This is a halberd. So it is a halberd. It's really awesome. Genobuster's a level 92 spear. It's very useful, but ultimately now it's not that good. And we're going to get to that soon. But the main reason people wanted a Genobuster was because of Spirit Blast, the Ogi Spirit Blast. So Spirit Blast is currently on PS4. Spirit Blast is 50% slice, 50% holy. Because look at it, you're literally slashing someone with your spirit. So with the 33 slice that the Genobuster gave, it gave a huge buff to that move. Because you want to try and build with synergy when you're making spears. So its slice is awesome. But in the future, I'm going to warn you guys why Genobuster is not viable anymore, and it probably won't be later because you're always going to want the next best thing. But in the natural progression of spear users going from one spear to the next, the Genobuster is going to lose a lot of its appeal because there's going to be a balance patch, and 90% of all the spear skills are going to change their elemental composition and move to pierce. Because, you know, spears do a lot of piercing attacks. Like, that's piercing, you know, lots of things like that. But, oddly enough, a lot of moves are becoming pierce in the future. So this Spirit Blast, literally slashing someone with your spirit, is going to become pierce. So this makes this combo useless in the future. Eternal Thunder. I don't have a move with Eternal Thunder. It's an Ogi. But you literally do a 360 spin with your spear, and you slash things, will become pierce. Everything, and Spear Quake, or what I call it Spear Quake, it's called Earth Upending Spear. Oogie 4 is where you slam your spear down and a bunch of rock pillars erupt from the ground around you. That move is currently Impact, but it's going to change to Pierce. It sort of makes sense, but basically all the Ogis, including Tidal Wave, which is also Impact, all those spear moves are becoming Pierce element. And, you know, it's good. It's honestly the best thing that could happen to spear, but at the same time, it makes the Genobuster not really work. So that, like, eventually the Spirit Blast will not get its buff from the Genobuster because it will change its composition. But all in all, Genobuster is one of the most memorable spears. It is one of the strongest. It's probably the strongest level 92 weapon in the game. Now, obviously, I said there's some axes that will probably change that, but as for spears, it's very powerful for being very low level. Like, let me just compare the damage the Genobuster has. So I'm going to swap out Vilafint for a second for my Hyoutengou. So Hyoutengou, we're going to get to the Hyoutengou eventually, but just for comparison reasons, you know, let's go to equip. So at plus 100, a level 105 spear has a total of 1200 attack. You know, 12,000. And the Genobuster goes to 10,000. So there's only a 2,000 attack difference between the two weapons, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, if I equip Genobuster, I'm at 15,203. If I equip Hyoutengou, I'm at 17. So it's not that big of a difference. It's just Genobuster's really awesome. So let's move on. So Genobuster, fantastic, always memorable, very powerful weapon. So the next thing on our list here is the Predator Spear. So the Predator Spear is a level 96 spear that is obtainable in Ginza Sewer Management, Hibia Sewer Management. I could have sworn you got this in War Bazooka. I thought I got it more bazooka. I'm really confused. Hibia Ginza, Hibia Ginza. That's... Oh, you get it in Ginza sewers. Okay. Oh yeah, you do get it in War Bazooka. It's just off to the side here. So this spear, the Predator Spear, I have a plus 50 Predator Spear. I'm not going to pull it out though. But the Predator Spear is going to be people's go-to spear after the Rose Maiden. Because honestly, no one should make a Genobuster for use anymore. Because it's just going to be used for a spear later on as a material. And you don't want to waste Artisan Swords. And honestly, at this point in the game, it's a waste of Artisan Swords. But the Predator Spear is a decent weapon. It has, you know, it can have up to like 4,000 attack at base. So it's going to have more base attack than a Genobuster. It might not grind as high, but I think at plus 100 it might hit close to Genobuster damage. And you don't have to waste Artisan Swords on it. So the Predator Spear gives you 5 vitality and some impact element and 10 power. Gives you decent buffs. And it's an all-around good weapon. I highly recommend, like, if you're just getting started and, I had to use a Rose Maiden, I highly recommend people go to War Bazooka, farm up some Predator Spears, and they'll do fine. Predator Spear is going to be very useful. So, Predator Spear is on the list. Like, it's a good spear. It's really good. It's a very useful weapon. There's nothing really wrong with it. So then now we get to another spear called the Knight Spear. Now the Knight Spear is literally the only spear in the game that is actually like a javelin, like a knight's actual spear. All the spears we have in this game are usually like halberds. Like the Hyoutengou is like, not a halberd, I'm sorry. It's a, what is that? They have this word for spears in Japan. A naginata. This is the this spear is a naginata. Genobuster is a halberd. Dragon Spear. No, Dragon Spear is actually a spear. Cool. Yeah, it's actually a spear. But then the weird thing about spears in this game is that you swing them. You don't stab with them. It's really weird like that. But the Knight Spear is literally like, it's like a cone. You're going to stab people with it. I feel like I'm not doing a good job in this video. I'm just getting excited about spears and talking about spears, and I'm not really doing it justice, but, it is what it is. So Knight Spear. If I would have known about Knight Spear, because we can only get it from Golden Weapon Hunt, if I would have known that we were getting Knight Spears, I would have never made a Genobuster ever. The Knight Spear is a level 100 spear that starts at about 4,000. It can have up to like 4,300 attack, I believe. And honestly, everyone who tells me like, oh, I want to make a Genobuster like you, or oh, I want to have one, I want to go beat Satan with it. And you know what? I tell everyone, I say, no, go do Weapon Hunt and go get a Knight Spear. Because if you build up a Knight Spear to 100, you're going to be better than a Genobuster user. The reason for that being is the Knight Spear has 28 Holy on it, 17 Impact, and 5 Slice element. So when you add that Slice with the Holy element, it actually gives you 1 more point than what the Genobuster gives to... It gives more total element to Spirit Blast than the Genobuster does. And especially once we get that balance patch, the Knight Spear will end up giving more anyway, because it will be straight up Holy element, which cannot change. And it has Impact element as well. So if you're using... Well, obviously, I'm going to tell you the truth. When that update hits, none of the spear moves are going to be Impact. I don't know why there are spears that have Impact element. I'm going to get to this later. But, like, it's a wasted element. But honestly, I love Knight Spear. I love the look of it. It's a level 100 weapon. Comes from Golden Weapon Hunt. This is what you want to put double Spirit Blast on. Don't touch Genobuster. Save it as a material, because you're going to need it later. But Knight Spear, I love the weapon. It's the best. It's the only Holy Spear we get for a long time. And it's very useful. It's got Slice element and Holy element, and it's a Red Star 100 weapon. I think it's got the same attack range as a normal Omen of Doom. And we're going to get to that soon. So next on the list is we have the Vilafint. So the Vilafint, I had one a minute ago, so I'm going to pull it back out. It's a very rare weapon, to be honest. Like, I've done Minor Delusions a hell of a lot to try and get gems, but I only ever got one Vilafint because it's a low identify. So I'm gonna, like, it looks really cool. Honestly, I like the look of the Vilafint. It's like, you know, it's got a little, I wanted to call it a bipartisan, but it's got a bident. You know, a trident is 3 prongs, but it's got like 2 in the middle and 2 on the side. So it's a quadrant, I guess. Or, yeah, trident, quadrant, whatever. It's got 4 pointy spikes. The Vilafint, like I mentioned earlier, it's a weird weapon. It's hard to identify them, but it's an identifiable gold weapon, which is very rare. The Vilafint has -10 slice, -10 impact, +10 pierce, 5, and then it gives you +5 vit and -3 dex. Honestly, it's very good. If you can manage to find yourself naturally, just you're farming gems and you get yourself a lot of Vilafints, it's an interesting weapon to touch. Like if you can't do Gargoyle yet, or you don't have any Satan weapons, and you're an Oshu or whatever, by all means make a Vilafint. If you made a +100 Vilafint, I think it would be a very, very powerful weapon. It wouldn't be like the best weapon, but it would be very formidable. I'm pretty sure this thing would grind to about maybe 1500, something like that. Like, it might grind really high. I honestly have no idea. I probably won't build it up unless it just so happens that I manage to get like 20 Vilafints to fall on my lap. But Vilafint's very interesting. That Pierce element is very useful. The extra vitality is fantastic. And you can live, like, Spear doesn't have impact skills. You don't have to worry about that. And the only detriment is you have -10 slice. So all that means is you're not going to put Ice Blossom on a Vilafint. You're going to put Water Dragon, Water Dragon, Water Dragon. Water Dragon? Yeah. Like if you made this like a triple Water Dragon Spear, or like even Charge Spike because it's 100% Pierce. What's up, Oro? Is the update affecting our weapons or just spears? I'm gonna remember that you're Siege, but that update, I'm gonna have to look into it. Honestly, I'll make a whole other video just about elemental composition changes. But right now I know that Spear has a lot of changes. I can look into that too. I'll make a whole video just for that. It's a great topic. Right now I don't know the answer to that, but I will look into it possibly tomorrow. So Vilafint is a great spear. So let's move on. Now we have the Hyoutengou. So Hyoutengou, most players are going to have a Hyoutengou. Most spear anyway. You know, it's your 105 spear. It's got 44 ice on it. You use Ice Blossom. I know mine is double Ice Blossom Water Dragon 6. I love its composition. I love the spear. It has Spirit Blast and Upending Spear, the Earth move. And it has 20 attack speed. That's what makes this spear so cool. So, like, let me just go to Vilafint here. Let me use, like, Poison Fang. You know, it comes out, like, that's how fast it comes out with these moves. Same thing with Dragon Spear, like, Water Dragon comes out like that. Not too bad. But then if we look on this thing, it's just like, whoosh! Just comes out quick. Like, Ice Blossom's really fast. Because it has, like, a 20% attack speed buff. So when I'm holding this, my attack speed is actually plus 40, I think. Like, if I go to my status screen... Man, this chopper guy is on every video I make. He's like, I make chopping videos, random objects. Yes, a chop. He says that every time. Yeah, I'm at 40 attack speed right now. So that's pretty cool. So, you know, Hyoutengou is the 105 spear. A great spear to have. Is literally like, you know, you farm it in Pipe 3. You put Ice Blossom on it. You put Water Dragon on it. It's really awesome. And the attack speed really helps, you know, it helps out Spirit Blast. It comes out so quick. And then Upending Spear, I don't know how long this move's supposed to, like, I've never used it without, like, plus 40 attack speed. But, you know, it comes out really quick on it, the spear. I call it Spear Quake, because I don't like saying, Oogie Earth Upending Spear. I like calling it Spear Quake. So, Spear Quake, you know, boom, 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 boom. Really awesome. Really big. Awesome skill. And it's going to change to Pierce eventually, but late game it's not going to be that good. But moving on. So we did the Hyoutengou. We've done, just to recap, you know, Genobuster, Dragon Spear, Predator Spear, Rose Maiden, White Peach Willow, whatever it's called, Vilafint, Hyoutengou, lots of spears. But honestly, late game, only people might use a Hyoutengou just because they can farm it. But now we're gonna get into the real stuff. So the next big spear is the Brigandia. Now Brigandia is like a devilish looking spear. It's pretty cool. It looks really awesome. It's our crafted 105. Now the crafted 105, every class is a crafted 105. There's like Bloodsucker, Garbog, Brigandia, Gallardia, Air Cleaving Sword, Moonrending Sword, Axe. There's one for every class. Now for spear, it's the Brigandia. Now, truth be told, I'm not a big fan of Brigandia. Yeah. Now Brigandia, it's a 105. It's crafted. It's a hell of a lot stronger than a Hyoutengou. A hell of a lot stronger than a Genobuster. But honestly, I'm not a fan of it. People ask, why don't I have a Brigandia? They're like, Oro, where's your Brigandia? And I'm just like, I'm skipping Brigandia. I don't want it. Like, I'm literally the guy who will jump to something else if it's stronger, but Brigandia and me just do not mix. I am not a fan of Brigandia. Brigandia gives you 41 impact element. You know what that does? That does nothing. It gives you 41 impact and 46 lightning. Okay? Now I don't know what they were thinking when it came to Spear, but Spear only has 2 impact moves. Those moves are Tidal Wave, Ogi Tidal Wave, and Ogi Earth Upending Spear. I'm not gonna put that on a Brigandia. The reason being, with the update, those Spear has no impact moves after the update. None at all. It's kind of pathetic. It has 46 lightning, and it gives you 15 attack speed. The attack speed's pretty good. It's not as good as the Hyoutengou. The Hyoutengou gives you plus 20 attack speed, but ultimately, you know, it's got 46 lightning. That makes it good, right? Like, yes, obviously it's going to have more higher attack and you're going to do more damage with it, but ultimately it doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't mesh well with the spear meta. Like let's say you have a Brigandia, the update happens, you come back and you've got Tidal Wave and Spearquake on it. You just lost all the impact buff that gave you. It's gone. But ultimately, players are just going to put double Eternal Thunder on it because it's 46 lightning element. Now that's really cool, right? It would be if the Satan weapons all didn't already have lightning. Like, I knew I was going for Omen of Doom Cross. I don't give, like, a damn about Brigandia. It's literally useless to me. It's like, oh, well, I could just make a star, a level 106 crafted weapon. It's already better than the Brigandia, and it gives you like 20 vitality and like pierce element and lightning, which meshes more with the meta. Brigandia, to me, if this was a top 10 list, Brigandia would be 10. Honestly, I don't like it. I think they could have done so much more. I don't know. Brigandia's got like these big like blades on the side. You'd think if it was Slice and Lightning, that'd be very interesting because, you know, that's Ice Blossom, and Thundercrack is the only other, like, Spear has Rolling Thunder and Thundercrack, and Thundercrack is Pierce and Lightning, and Rolling Thunder is just Lightning, and all of it is just like, the Brigandia is useless in the face of the cross and the star. In my opinion, I do not enjoy I just don't like Brigandia. So, now, Brigandia is one of the weapons you can trade in for the veteran weapons in hopes of getting the Baldr Brigandia, the 113 Brigandia, the 113 Spear. It's a very powerful spear, and we're going to get to that soon, but I don't even like that one. But, you know, I could rant about the Brigandia all day. It's just, I don't like it. And let's just go over the materials you need for a Brigandia. You need a plus 45 Genobuster. So if we look at the other weapons that you need to craft the 105s, Crossbolt for Twin Sword, you need a Giron Sword, the thing you get from Juncture. For the Galardios, or I think that's what, Galardia, you need the Nothung. You know, for the axe, you need the Luna Symphony. Like, you need the Juncture reward weapons. And Spear has a spear called the Kubi Kasumata. Now, the Kubi Kasumata was the spear that you get from Juncture. No one's ever going to use it because the Genobuster exists. But for some reason, they made it so that you needed a Genobuster, a level 92 weapon, to make the Brigandia. And I'm just like, what? Like, I'm just going to pull up the Kubi Kasumata for 3 seconds because, you know, I'm just going to continue to share my butthurt with you. So, let me go to, you know, Kubi Kasumata. Kubi Kasumata. So Kubi Kasumata, like I said, is a spear that you get from Juncture. It's your reward. Now, some would say, well, how come you didn't put that on your top 10 list? The reason being is because there's no literal point to having one. Now, the Kubi Kasumata is just... it's like a level 86 spear. It's just a little bit stronger. It's just a little bit stronger than the Genobuster. No, than the Dragon Spear. It's got 32 Pierce, 8 Power, 12 Mind. Kinda interesting. You needed a plus 32 weapon called the Ningen Muko, which comes from Rumor Rights. And you needed just a bunch of random crap. And you could make it. And it was pretty easy to make. And then it'd be that if you needed this weapon to make the Brigandia, then I'd have a Brigandia. But it's not, you know, it's just dumb. Hey, no fighting in the chat. In this dumb vid, that's fine, Angel Mello. That's fine with you. I mean, you're watching it. But honestly, like, I just don't like Brigandia at all. Like, Brigandia, you need a 45 Genobuster, 45 Dark Stones, 5 Lively Bulbs, 10 Hell's Bibles, 6 New Cries, 35 Moth Scales, 5 Large Skulls, and 2 Cult of Ghouls. Honestly, the only things hard to get are Lively Bulbs and Hell's Bible. But Hell's Bible is just repetition because it's a boss fight. And Lively Bulb is really the only hard thing to get. Lively Bulb and Genobuster, because Genobuster is not easy to make either. But I'm not a fan of Brigandia. Like, I'm just saying it here because it's the 105 crafted. I don't really care about it at all. Next we have a spear I really like. The Gay Valga Severance. So the Gay Valga Severance, I don't have one. I do have a normal Gay Valga though. I can pull that out. So, Gay Valga. Now, Gay Valga is a weapon that can either be level like 103 or level 106. But, I don't know what's going on in the chat. Someone said, let's go Kiri. But, so the Gay Valga, you know, you need, like, as I said earlier, you're going to need like 7 of these to make a Severance. And the Severance is what I'm going to talk about. So the Gay Valga Severance is a level 108 spear. It's the same, you know, level as a cross. But, you know, I love the Gay Valga. Before I knew about the Gargoyle weapons, I wanted a Gay Valga to no end. I love Gay Valga. Gay Valga Severance has 20 Pierce, 30 Rain, negative Lightning, negative Wind. I don't even use those skills. And it gives you 5 crit, 7 attack speed, and extra skill force. It's awesome. This is if you never got a cross, if you never got a cross, Gay Valga is a great substitute. Because it's gonna have Rain, Pierce, and Rain, so it just mega buffs Water Dragon Spear. So, you know. So Gay Valga, awesome, awesome, awesome. So then the next big thing, we have the Omen of Doom Cross. It's the strongest spear before we got to update. So this is what makes the Brigandia garbage. So even a star is better in my opinion. So this thing is 40 lightning, 40 pierce, 24 vitality. So the extra vitality is going to give you way more attack power than any other weapon, just from that innate buff. And the pierce and the lightning, you know, pierce is going to buff water dragon, it's going to buff thunder crack, and then after the update, it's going to double buff eternal thunder. So a cross with, like, you know, thunder crack 7, because there's a skill card for it, so you could go thunder crack 7, water dragon 6, and then like thunder crack 5, and then you just put on like double eternal thunder, and you're pretty much good. It's like the best thing. So Omen of Doom Cross is, like, you know, the third best spear in the game, in my opinion. So now we're in the top, so it's the top 3 we're in right now. So Valga's 4, Brigandia's like technically 5, but I don't care about it. So Hyoutengou's 5, or no, Severance is 5. So top 5 right now are being the Severance Valga, Omen of Doom Cross, then we get, no, I'm lost, this is bugging me, I can't think straight. Severance, Cross, yeah. I'm kind of lost, this is bugging me. I guess we'll do a recap after, but we're in the top percentage of spears right now. So there was Severance, there was Cross, you know, I'd say Hyoutengou, Severance, Cross, and now we're getting to the Baldr Brigandia, which is what you need after. This is the veteran weapon for spear, you know, it's the improved Brigandia, but honestly, it's still a Brigandia. Like, it's good, by all means, it's a good weapon, but like, it still has 45 impact element, and that's wasted. Ultimately, it's wasted. No one's going to use Earth Upending Spear or Tidal Wave because they don't actually give you impact. So impact element is completely wasted on it. It does now have 25 pierce element and 50 lightning. But at the same time, Cross has more element to it. Now ultimately it probably will be stronger than the Cross, but I think if it would have said 45 slice, 25 pierce, and then 50 lightning, oh, I'd be all over this weapon. I would be all over Baldr Brigandia. But, I mean, if I get one, I'll be ecstatic, but I'm not touching a normal Brigandia. That's for damn sure. And then it gives you, like, 10 attack speed, 12 SP reduction, and then it's going to give you extra skill force, and if your HP is really high, you get more skill force. So that doesn't even mesh well with the 105 max. But it is lightning element, and our mag is the Thunderquake, so, you know, Eternal Thunder is going to be the way to go. It's a great spear. I can't, like, really honestly crap on it. Baldr Brigandia, awesome. Normal Brigandia, I could care less about it. So then, what's the number 1 spear? Now, this video's been going on for like 50 minutes. You know, it could have been organized a lot better, but like, I wanted to mention a lot of spears. Ultimately, the best answer to this question of what are the best spears, the answer to that was the Severance, Cross, Baldr Brigandia, and then all of the Gargoyle weapons. Like the 110s and the 115s. Because there's one of each kind. So, here we are. I just want to show love to all the other spears, but ultimately, all pale before the Gargoyle spears. So there are 3 Gargoyle spears. There's Icefoot Guardian. Now there's the Icefoot Guardian, Flamefoot Guardian, and then there's the Thunderfoot Guardian. I don't know what the lightning one's called. But there's the Ice one, a Fire one, and a Thunder one. In my opinion, for spear users, you're going to want the Sleet Sword Gargoyles, Icefoot, Guardian, Frost, and Rime. Now I'm looking at the 115 version of these weapons. All these weapons are going to give you, they're going to double the damage of your basic combo, and they come with a crap ton of element. So, the Guardian Rime has 60 Ice element, 40 Rain element. So, you know, let's just go to my Hyoutengou. Let's pretend this is the Gargoyle Rime. So it's got Ice Blossom 5, Ice Blossom 7, and Water Dragon 6. That would be godly. And then they all come with Ogis as well. They come with Ice Blast Embers or something like that. Yeah. So, you know. But they come with 40 Rain and 40 Ice. And those are honestly the best skills on Spear. Water Dragon and Ice Blossom. And then they also come with negative Lightning and negative Mountain. So you're not going to put Eternal Thunder. You're not going to put Spear Quake. You're probably going to put... Now, there's a new Ogis that come later. They're the special Gargoyle Ogis. You'll probably put that on. But, you know. You could put Tidal Wave. I've been told not to put Tidal Wave. But you could also put Spirit Blast Geki just because it's really powerful. But honestly, if I had a Gargoyle Rhyme... Like, that's my goal. I'm going to get the 110 one very soon. Once I get the recipe. But... in my opinion, the Icefoot Guardian Rhyme is the best spear we currently have access to. It's going to be the best spear for a long time till like Mephistopheles and Elsins later on. But Icefoot Guardian Rhyme. Like what I would do is I would put Water Dragon, I would put on Water Dragon 3, Water Dragon 4, Water Dragon 5 till it worked like that. And then at that point, I'd put on Water Dragon 6 and Ice Blossom 7 till it worked. And then the spear would have Ice Blossom 7, Water Dragon 5, Water Dragon 6. And that would be my perfect Gay Valga. It comes with it, not a Gay Valga, I'm sorry. Icefoot Guardian. I'm just going to call it Rhyme. And then it would have Spirit Blast Geki on it. And then on a 110 I would throw on Tidal Wave just because I like me my Tidal Wave. But, you know. That's the best spear. Now there's obviously there's a fire version and a lightning version of this spear. So the fire version is going to give you 60 fire and 40 wind element. So what do we do with that? Now it shouldn't be overlooked either. Now if you ever get Revolving Blast 7, that move is amazing. It's the new fire skill spears get. So what you want to do with that is currently there is no skill card for Revolving Blast 7. So what you'd have to do is just put on a bunch of 7s like Intimidate, Thundercrack, and like Ice Blossom or something. And then skill change that weapon until it gives you Revolving Blast 7. Then you put on Revolving Blast 7, you know. And then I'd put Revolving Blast 7. And then you put on Verdant Storm. And it comes with the Fire Ogi. That's what I'd do. That's all I do with it. It's okay. I wouldn't mind having it, but Spear doesn't have a lot of fire access. Fire is not the best thing on Spear. It's a good skill, Revolving Blast, don't get me wrong. But, you know, it's a good Spear. It's the easiest Gargoyle for Spear users to get because we have Water, Dragon, and Ice Blossom that wrecks Inferno. But, you know, it just is what it is. So that Spear there, I'd love to have one too. I want to get a Gargoyle weapon of every variant, to be honest. That's another reason why I don't care about the Baldr Brigandia. I could get the Levin Lance one that has 60 lightning and 40 mountain. And, you know, that's Eternal Thunder anyway. And it's, you know, it's very useful. So, ultimately, I think I could have done this video a lot better. You know, it was requested of me just to go over, like, the top best spears. So... personally, those were the best spears, in my opinion. Like, ultimately, it comes down to Gargoyle's the best spear. Cross, Severance, Gargoyle, Baldr, Brigandia. That's the recipe there. Those are your end game goals. But at the same time, I want to mention all the other ones because you can't just jump from Rose Maiden to Gargoyle Weapon. We couldn't jump from 105 to Gargoyle Weapon. It didn't work that way. We had to work our way up. You know, no one on PS4 is really that powerful that they can, I can just carry Hell. Hell is no problem. No. Hell is a super problem. No one can do that. Only like 2% of the population of PS4 can do Hell. And even then, it's not an easy job. You know. Now, I was talking about the 115 Gargoyle weapons. If you can manage to get your hands on a 110 version, by all means, use it. It's gonna be it's gonna be a great weapon. And then when you get the 115, what are you gonna like? Some people think, once I get the 115s, I won't use the 110s. Like bullshit. When you get a 110, you're gonna use, like, you need to make the 110 to get the 115. Like, it's how it's gonna happen. You know, you're gonna need something to get it. And, you know, for me, Genobuster was my tool to kill Satan so that I could get Satan weapons. And then the Satan weapons, which are lightning, are the tool you're gonna need late again. I was busy doing Gargoyle. Can you do top 5s and other weapons? I suppose I can. I mean, if you thought the video was fine, I can. But, you know. So, people always show up late. But, yeah, we were just talking about Gargoyle weapons. But, yeah, there are lots of great spears. There's always things that are going to be better in a game like this. You're going to have something, and then a couple months later, there's going to be something better. And that's just how MMOs are going to work. But, you know, just letting you know, there's a natural progression to things. Bows are next. Bows could be, maybe. You know, just to state my natural progression in the game, my first spear was the Amano Hiboko. I didn't really use it, I just had one. My first real spear was Rose Maiden, and I made 17 Rose Maidens, because we had 6 months in Echigo to do nothing. And then, you know, I made a Dragon Spear, but I just made it for the sport, just to have one. I didn't really ever use it that well. So I had a Rose Maiden, then I had a Genobuster. Because you don't give stream notification. I know I don't. I tell people I stream on like Mondays and Tuesday mornings and stuff. Like, you know, every weekday morning I'll stream. I think there's a checkbox that allows... Oh, really? I'll have to double check. But, okay. I guess I could look into that. But my natural spear progression was Rose Maiden. I made a plus 50 Predator Spear. I didn't really use the Predator Spear, but I had a bunch of Rose Maidens. Then my next spear was Genobuster. Then after Genobuster was Hyoutengou. And if today goes well, it will be Icefoot Guardian Frost. I never got my cross recipe, so I never made a star, I never made a cross. So that's just how that went. Normally, like, normal spear progression should go Rose Maiden to Predator Spear to Night Spear to Omen of Doom to Omen of Doom Star to Omen of Doom Cross. Then after Cross, then it's going to be maybe Brigandia. I don't like Brigandia. I don't advocate Brigandia. I don't like it. It's too much of a hassle to create when you can create any 105 weapon to trade it in for a potential Baldr. You know, build Bloodsuckers. They're easier. And you trade those in, just hope for Baldr Brigandia. And then you got the Cross. Severance is okay, but Severance is mega eclipsed by Gargoyles. So it's basically Cross, Baldr Brigandia, Gargoyle weapons. Or, you know. So, like, ultimately, if anyone wanted to know the list of best spears, they'd go to the wiki, go to spears, click on all weapons, and scroll down by weapon level. Because then it's just going to tell you, you know, that's what I did. Yeah. Like, that's all you got to do. You just go to the wiki, scroll down the list. These are the best spears. That's why I found this video request a little weird, it's like, I could just tell you about the best spears. That's just how they are. But, you know, Omen of Doom Cross, Gargoyle, El Omen of Doom, Simba. Now that's not accessible to a Sapphire. But, you know, like at the beginning of the video I said I killed Satan. I'm up to 1,200 kills on him. I never got that cross recipe. And I don't want to make the star. I feel like making a star is giving up. So, you know, now some people say, well, you have a star staff. And it's because, yeah, it's a staff. I don't really care. But, yeah. So this went an hour long to talk about like 5-10 things. I know, I'm just notifying you all the content to come. Yeah, it is what it is. So, that said, I'm going to make a quick 5-minute video right after this. It's going to be a video, like, you don't have to watch the live stream or anything. It's just, it'll be up later. And we're going to be talking about an event going on. I'm going to do something sometime this week, either Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And I guess I can tell you guys now, because I'll make another video for those just as a normal video like I did with the pool party. Because I've had so many subscribers lately, and people are watching the channel daily, and people are talking to me in game. They tell me they love, I have people come up to me and be like, "Hey, it's you. I like your videos. My friend watches your videos. You're really cool. You know, can we play with you? Can you help me with this? Help me with that?" I'm loving it. People come up. They it's all. I feel almost like a little celebrity. It's a lot of fun. People come up. They say hi. They love my videos. They talk. They ask questions. I love it. I love it. I love it. So this week, the date is going to be more concrete as we go. I'm thinking Wednesday, just so we can give this video some time to go. But on Wednesday, we're going to do an AMAA video. Now, people know what an AMA video is. It's Ask Me Anything. Now, this one's going to be an Ask Me Almost Anything, and I'll answer all questions. And we're just going to do, like, on this, I'll try to figure out how to do, like, a stream, not a stream warning, but, like, some people on YouTube, they make a video that says, will be streamed, they plan an event, and then it says, when this timer runs out, that's when we'll go live, and we'll do an AMA. And there won't be any Aurogiri guides. It'll probably just be like, I'll try to get up early that day. So it'll probably be running for about, you already have that on Facebook. I've what on what? I already have that on Facebook? I suppose. But we're going to be doing a video, like a live stream, where people can ask any questions they want. We'll dedicate a couple minutes to each, and we're just going to let it run for like 5 hours. So, So I'm thinking Wednesday. I'm going to put something together, and my new headset is tight, so I got to pull it off every now and again. It hurts my ears. But yeah, so next Wednesday we're going to be doing... No, that date's not concrete, but I feel Wednesday's a good day. Something might come up, but Wednesday should work. So from, I'm thinking 10 o'clock my time till about 3 o'clock. So about a good 5 hours. We'll just have the stream open, and I'll take any and all questions, almost anything. You can't just go ask me, like, stupid stuff or private things. You know how it works. So, but any questions about, Aurogiri, or me personally, or just Onigiri as itself, plans for the future, like any questions you guys have at all, we're just gonna have a nice session. Prepare your questions, and we're gonna just have, as people type here on the left here, they ask questions. So someone will ask a question, or you can even whisper it to me in game, like how Ari talks to me. Just whisper me a question, and I'll answer it on that day. We'll go over it the best I can, and we're just gonna try and just get a lot of things down and just have a lot of fun with it, because I've seen people do AMAs. I've always wanted to do an AMA, and I think it's a lot of fun. So that's going to be happening probably Wednesday. Get your questions ready. I mean it could flop. People could, because I always have a lot of people here. Like, I had 12 people this morning. I had to stop the video. You should play with friends and live stream. What? Live stream. You should play. Rhyme. Hey, where do you think is a really good place to get really good weapons? I'm only at Sekigahara. So Rhyme, as a question to that, where to get really good weapons. For the time being, like, while you're in Sekigahara, you're still naturally progressing through the game. So, the best weapons for you are going to be whatever story mission you're at. So you're at Sekigahara. Sekigahara weapons are pretty hit or miss. There's nothing really special there. But when you get to Kaga, you'll get newer weapons. Den of Needle. Yeah, exactly. Like, the best weapons you're going to get are the weapons at the most powerful dungeon you're available at. So apparently you can get good stuff at burial mounds and preserved and all that stuff. But ultimately, at that point in the game, you're just going to get the normal weapons they give you from identification, and you're just going to have to pick the best one and go with it. Things will start to change once you hit Echigo and Kusatsu, but until then, you're better off just using whatever, the best weapon they give you, and just going through with that. So, Ari says they can turn on notifications in the settings in YouTube app. So I'll spend either today or tomorrow just trying to figure out more about YouTube and how to set that stuff up. Okay, you're welcome, Rhyme. Nice little Pikachu cat face there, whatever that is. So, yeah, I'll learn more about YouTube. I'm glad, you know. I thank. I'm gonna say Shiki. I think it's Shiri. I can't remember his name exactly, but Shiki. He's Christian. I think that's his name. When he's on the YouTube stream, he asked for this video, and you know, I didn't really know exactly what to do with a top 10 spear video, because it's literally like, okay, these are the spears. What's the best spot for EXP grind? Get to Kaga, go to Secluded Forest and farm that. Screw off 181 million. We're supposed to be broke. Aw, Derek. You know, farming flies with 3 Canmons and cooldown mags for a weekend gets me a lot of money. Made 80 million. Come to the Rift? I want to see you? Oh, no. I suppose I could humor some people. Can I use crystals in here? You know, there was a lot of... Okay, thank you. Yeah. Now, Rhyme, honestly, I told another person who asked me this earlier. You don't want to super grind for EXP, but while you're in Secluded Forest, stay there for as long as you want. And while you're in Secluded Forest, stay there as long as possible and farm your friendship items up. Friendship items are way more important. Just as a quick tidbit before you go, I don't know what class you're playing, but don't ever give stuff to Moroku. Like, don't power level Moroku with friendship items until you know what class you are, and because you can actually screw yourself if you power level Moroku too quickly. So when it comes to friendships, give everything to Shizuka, Kaguya. I'm only level 63. That's fine. But, you know, if you're like a sword user or an Odachi user, or like if you're sword or Odachi or wand, if you power level Moroku too quickly, you can actually mess yourself up. So, you know, there's that. But I'm just leaving that off as a warning, because I do have to close this video soon to make the other video. But I'll leave you with that. Someone wanted to go see me in the Rift. I suppose I'll go say hi. Trying to get Chidori. Yeah, you better get that Chidori. That's the most important alcohol in the game. Someone told me to go to the Rift. Hey, Ice Wolf, she looks like she's got my hair. She's cute. Someone needs help. Oh. Oh, so you have a keyboard. They bow before me. I'll be up all night. 4% drop rate. What do you need for that? Like Cursed Blood? Nami? What do you... Hello. You have a pet. It's so... Yeah, I have a black Kijimuna named Helarelia. Look at you. You're so cute. Ryusaki. You bow before me. Oh, you're sitting. That's cute. And Nami, why? Blood from the bloody Nyudo and a crab claw. Oh, okay. I mean, you just gotta do Kavanaki Sawame. You have 3 chances. Okay. I came to see you guys. My Kichimuna's dancing for you. So, yeah. I'm gonna get on out of here. I need to drink some water. My throat's getting a little raspy. But, we made the top 10 spear video to the best of my ability. Not really. But, it was fun. NP. Ugh. I can't believe I'm doing this. Alright, so we're gonna get on out of here, and then I'm gonna try and, depending on how much time I have, I don't have much time. If I have 5 minutes, I'll try to make that video. But, I'm better off, because I know my mom's gonna come home and she's gonna make noise and it's gonna be annoying. They said XD. But, that said, the videos, the AMA is probably gonna be on Thursday. I'm probably gonna make the video tomorrow when I have time. And then I'll give people, like, or maybe we could do it Friday. We'll do it Friday. Because, Friday is a good day. People like weekends and stuff. It's a good way to start the weekend. So, we're going to plan the AMA for Friday. I'll make the video tomorrow. Just a general video announcement about it. And then, I'll give people 3 days to get ready for it. Because, people have different schedules and stuff. So, we'll plan for Friday. And people can come and watch and all that good stuff. And ask questions. And we'll have a lot of fun. And, I think during the AMA, I'll be in Kusatsu, the hot springs, so that'll be fun too. And there's King. He was just on the stream a while ago. So yeah, I'll probably put Aurelia somewhere overnight. Who was talking about Oro? Ew, nope, I belong to... What? What are people talking about? What is this? What is this? Hello, all my sexies. I belong to Oro? Oh my god. I like where this is going. So, but no, I have to get. No. What about me? Oh no. Now it's getting worse. See? Oh my god. My XD. And god damn it. Now people are talking to me. Yeah, that video's not getting made today because we're running out of time. We're having fun. Hi. I don't... What? Oh no. So, yeah, I think this is a good place to end the stream. We did the spear video. Could have been better. We had a lot of fun with it. It's always a lot of fun when people... What did you say is drenched in blood? Oh. Okay. How hard is it to get a claw from a crab? What can? I just lose my phone, huh? Why don't you read it? Okay. So yeah, we're gonna end the stream here. We did the spear thing, you know, went a little longer than I thought it would. A lot longer, to be honest. I was just say the name of the spears and be on done with it. But you know, it is what it is. I thank all you guys for watching, and I will come back to you later after this development is over. Where did Nami go? Oh well, you're very welcome. You're very. What is your name? Ryusaki. I'm gonna call you Ryu. I'm gonna call you Ryo-chan. Just because it's cute. You're very welcome. King over here giving like the 5-second friggin' guide to the game. Raid stream. I mean, if you had fun, that's great. As long as one person had fun, it's okay. So I'm gonna crash my game by opening my friends list. I really thought it was gonna crash. Alright. Gentle, just move the accept. There we go. Accept. Click. Click eventually. Please. Accept. The struggles. Click it. Click it. Click it. Click it. Oh, we did it. Alright. Cool. I'm now friends with him. Aura. I need juncture. No. Alright, I'm gonna get on out of here and see you guys later. I gotta put some pants on and get ready for the day. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and as always, I'm always ready for questions. And you know, the AMA is coming on Friday, so get your questions ready. If your schedule's allowing, you know, I'll be there for a couple hours. Hopefully I won't sleep in, and it'll be a fun time. So I'll see you guys later. Now that Friday might change to Thursday too. We don't really know. I'm gonna have to double check my schedule today, and we're gonna find out. But there will be an official video tomorrow saying the exact date and time and all that good stuff. But you know, that's just your bonus for watching through this long ass video about spears. So I'll see you guys later.